He's back. The lizard's back. So are you gonna get him? What's he doing? Like that lizard, dude. Okay. He's not even afraid. Good morning, everybody. I'm down here at Koh Tao, walking the lake as I usually do. Let me go ahead and turn the camera around for you and show you the Zoster. Zoe's? Yes? Is this your favorite thing to do? She absolutely loves coming down here. I try to come down, if not every day, every other day, so she can do some walking and getting some exercise and stuff and mingle with some of the other dogs. But it's warm this morning already, and it has been brutally hot here. Again, the worst time of the year. Let me go ahead and turn the camera around for you and you can see how pretty it is. See the Buddha way off in the distance there. So I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an update of what I've been up to and some of me and Dave's plans moving forward in the next couple months. So Dave arrives on May 8th and we're actually going to be heading to Koh Phangan and meeting up with Darren and Ying, our good friends, and spending a few days there. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing for activities while we're over there, but I'm sure we'll find something very fun to do. I'm actually hoping that maybe I can do some kite surfing over there. And that's something new actually that I've just started in the last 2 weeks, is learning how to kite surf. One of the most challenging things I've ever done in my life, I swear. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling a little beaten up the last few days over it, so I've taken some time off, but I'll be back at it again this afternoon. Another thing we'll be up to is possibly going to Japan in July, climbing Mount Fuji. So I've been trying to get ready for that and get trained. And what else is in the cards? I think I'll probably head back to the States sometime maybe late September, early October, and I'll be there through up until Thanksgiving. I don't believe I'm going to be in the States for Christmas this year. And just last year didn't go as planned, and I felt a lot of pressure to kind of meet everybody's needs, and it took a lot of the joy out of the Christmas time. So I've decided to really pull myself out of the equation. So I wanted to talk a little bit this morning about kind of why I came to Thailand. Now, I've done a video on how Dave and I decided to come to Thailand and our connection here because of our youngest son with doing Muay Thai and coming here and training. But I'm going to tell you, I have some personal reasons for sure of why I've come here. And I will tell you that a lot of it has come down to the fact that I would say the majority of my life I've been making decisions based on what other people would think I should do. And a lot of it's been guilt driven, like, oh, I shouldn't do this because I'm going to upset so-and-so, you know. And after a while, you start to kind of feel like you're living your life for someone else. And gosh, I'm in my 50s now. And do you feel that way when you're in your 50s and have more than half your life over? It's a really crappy place to be. And part of the reason why I came here was to really break away from that and start living a life that I envisioned for me. I wanted to make my own decisions and not be influenced by specific people. And I wanted those decisions respected and supported. And unfortunately, some of the key people in my life didn't really necessarily support or respect my decisions. So I've kind of gotten to the point now where I've had to accept that it's okay for me to be independent, and I need to stop feeling guilty about it. So that's partly why I'm here, honestly, is to just make my own decisions and have a life separate from other people that have really controlled a lot of my decision making and things in my life. I've had to really learn to be okay with not ever being good enough. Does that resonate with anybody here? I have tried and tried to fulfill the needs of someone else for far too long, and I've realized that I am never going to do that. They're never going to be happy, and I can't be holding myself hostage and emotionally responsible for their happiness, and I'm not responsible either for their emotional well-being. They have to take that responsibility. I can't do it anymore. In the US, I will say the last 10 to 15 years of my life have been about that, being emotionally, like being responsible for somebody else's emotions and their inability to cope. And over time, I will say that I got to the point where I just couldn't even feel my own feelings anymore. Like, I completely disconnected from my own emotions, and it was hard for me to even cry. I just got so exhausted. I was emotionally exhausted, so the way that I protected myself was just to disconnect my emotions and not feel a thing, which is not healthy. So for me to come here, this is my attempts to truly heal from my experiences in my life and get away from a lot of dysfunction that has existed in my life. And it's been a good decision. I don't regret it for 1 second. So I made this commitment to myself that I would never walk that path again. To where I'm sacrificing so much of myself that I lose myself along the way. And it's hard to stick to that. I want to help people and I want to be a part of people's lives and things, but I have to really step back in a way and not get too emotionally involved, because I'll take stuff on as my own personal challenge, and it does detrimental things to my mental health. I mean, putting yourself first at times is necessary, and considering your own feelings is necessary. And I kind of grew up thinking that it's expected that you would put everybody else first. And it isn't being selfish, making decisions based on what your needs are. It's not being a selfish person. It's being healthy. So one thing I've really come to learn as well, relationships should be based on respect and trust, right? Not based on whether or not I conform and do other people's wishes. Yeah, so I'm back home now. Gosh, it's gorgeous out here. I just love big bee flying around. Just love our mountain view. And the yard's coming along for sure. I want to show you one of my YouTube friends here I've connected with gave us these amazing potted plants. Her name is Joy. I just want to give a shout out to Joy and thank her profusely for these beautiful plants for our garden. That was so nice of her. So yeah, when I arrived here, I think it was July, maybe 2021 or something like that. I was completely emotionally exhausted. There was so much going on, and I felt like I was carrying the weight of the world of two people. And then I had my own stuff going on, and it was, the thing that really blew me away was I had stuff going on for myself, and people would never even ask me about my life. It was like they would call me and just go bleh, and just vomit all this stuff all over me. And I felt like I was a garbage dump for their stuff. And it's an awful way to feel, right? Feel like you're a garbage dump just for where people just dump their shit, right? So when I arrived here, I was really hoping that I was going to get some time to really regroup and to rest. And that's what I came here for. And then the people that dumped on me continued to do that. Wouldn't even give me a few weeks to rest. It just gave me no time to myself. And it was just like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. And the zero ability for people to cope and deal with stuff themselves, it just blew my mind. And that's when I said no more. That was it. I was done. I drew the line, and I'm sticking with it. It doesn't mean that I'm selfish. It doesn't mean that I'm cold-hearted. It means nothing of the sort. It just means that I know it's healthy for me, and I also know what isn't. And I also know what I'm willing to accept in my life and what I'm not going to accept in my life. And I have to stick with that, because if I don't, I am going to lose the remaining years to sadness, and I'm going to have no joy. Yeah, so it's unfortunate that I've had to distance myself, literally. I've even put limitations on phone calls and things of that nature, but I really had to for my own mental health, because I just felt completely sucked dry. I had nothing left. And it's unfortunate, because I now, when people truly need me, like I've got nothing to give them. I've got like nothing left. There's only so much I can give, and then all of a sudden there's just no reserves. I've got nothing left. And it's going to take me a long time to try and get my emotional strength and well-being back. And the longer that I'm here and the time that I have to really process and think about things, I'm finding a way back from where I was. I do notice that I will obsess about things and spiral. And sometimes when that happens, I will literally pull myself back down into a hole of feeling depressed. And so I am reprogramming my thoughts now, where when I start to obsess and think about all the dysfunction and all the things that I wish were different, and the sadness that I feel for so many pieces of my life that have really not been the way I wish they would have been. I stop that thinking, and I think about all my blessings and all the beauty that's in my life, all the things that I'm thankful for, and I thank God above every single day for, having the opportunity to live here and have some peace for the first time. I can't tell you, I have not had peace in my life since I was like 7 or 8 years old, you guys. It's been an ongoing problem after issue. And a lot of it wasn't even my own stuff. So I am experiencing peace for the first time, true peace in my life, for as much peace as I can get, honestly. And that's why I'm here. That is why I am here.